What's up, gamers? I'm back. It's the Cheese Master 3000, and of course I'm going to show you how to cheese the crap out of this game called Crimson Desert. Here are a few tips and tricks that I learned that you can do early in the game and get mad buff. Alright, so when you're riding into Hernand, there's a altar on the side of the road. You can stop by and pick up a sealed artifact as well as a shield. The shield is instantly better than the one you have, so definitely pick that up. The artifacts, as you might know already, are used to upgrade your character, so you have to do some challenges. This one requires you to do the shield bash. You have to kill 3 enemies with your shield, which can be a bit challenging early on in the game. There's also another altar if you go up a little on the same road, as you can see in the video, and up here there is another artifact at this altar as well. This one's a bit easier to complete, so definitely pick up these and try to complete them if you can. Each sealed abyss artifact comes with a challenge like that, and you need to complete that in order to upgrade your character from it. So do be on the lookout for those. Those are 3 quick items that you can pick up very early in the game. Now, there's another kind of artifact as well that is quite handy. It's called Faded Abyss Artifact. The first one you will get in Chapter 2, and basically the purpose of that is to reset your skills. So if there's something that you've put points into that you didn't want to or would like to remove, you absolutely can, but you will need a Faded Abyss Artifact to do that. I'd like to touch a little bit on the stats. You should focus on stamina first. I think that's one of the most important stat in the game for your character. I will make a separate video showing you all the stats in detail, but just quickly, if you just want to know what to go for first, I would say stamina, definitely, because you use stamina for everything in the game. Now, speaking of the skills, you can actually learn skills without having to use any artifacts. You can observe people and learn whatever it is that they're doing. There are a couple of locations that I can show you early in the game that you can observe, and they will give you some combat skills, and they stick with you permanently, and you do not have to use any artifacts at all for those. You simply have to observe. Now, observing doesn't just mean looking at them. You actually have to use the observe mechanic in the game. So definitely check out these spots. There are a few spots where you can observe people and learn some really cool and handy skills very early on for free. Now, I suggest you do complete the first chapter of the game, because the first chapter of the game is kind of a tutorial, and in the tutorial it actually gives you a lot of abilities. So if you don't complete that chapter, you'll be missing out on some really cool abilities like flight. There is sort of a Star Wars Force-like ability as well. It's actually called Axiom Force, and you can move objects around. You also gain Force Punch and, like I said, flight. So definitely complete the first chapter as soon as you can. Another important part of this game is inventory management, as is with every RPG game really. You can actually expand your inventory simply by completing quests, but there's also another thing that you can do which will let you increase your inventory. There are 3 merchants in Hernand, and they each give you quests. Very simple quests. They're easy to do. There's Renee, who is a butcher. She's going to ask you to make food. There's Rhett, whose quests are mostly just mining resources and materials. It's pretty simple and straightforward. And then there's also Ternali. If you complete the quests for them, you will get inventory expansion. Also, you pick up a few new tools along the way, like pickaxe and stuff, and you learn new things about the game as well. Alright, now my favorite part of all RPGs, thieving. So you can actually steal in this game, and to do so you will need a mask. If you go to the back alley merchant, he sells a mask. Also, alternatively, you can just kill bandits and loot them for a mask as well. Always have a mask on when you are stealing, but at the same time do not have the mask on when you are just roaming around in the world not stealing, because people will assume that you are a thief, because, you know, that's a thief's item. While you're with the back alley merchant, this guy will just sell these items that are just called keys. Get them, because you need them to open doors. Who would have thunk it, eh? Keys to open doors. Anyways, in this game, there are some doors that require keys, just random keys. It doesn't have to be specific keys, and each time you open a locked door, a key is used. So buy as much as you can. Just stockpile them, you know, because you will burn through them pretty quickly and without even realizing, because if you have keys and you walk through a locked door, there's no animation or anything. The door will just lock and the key will automatically go away from your inventory. So yeah, you won't even realize that you're opening locked doors, and you'll owe a lot of keys. You might be wondering, wait a minute, I don't have money to buy all those keys. Well, do not worry. Whatever you can get it right away. There's a bank in Hernand, and you can rob it if you have those keys. So grab a couple of keys and then put on the mask and go into the bank and go into the door on the left side, and as soon as the door closes behind you, start looting. Now you're gonna run out of inventory space because you're picking up these boxes, but you can actually open up those boxes if you go to the inventory, and that'll free up the space. So you can loot up the whole place really. And whenever you're thieving in this game, stealing things, there is a theft meter which pops up, I believe, on the right side of your screen. Wait for that to go all the way down before leaving that room, and take off your mask as well, and you should be good to go. And also you can repeat this, I believe, after every 2 in-game days, so you can get dumb rich very early in the game. While we're at the subject of stealing, you can actually steal a gold bar which is hidden in the fireplace of the first room in the Linecrest Manor. You can also invest this gold bar in the bank, and that obviously gives you a lot more money. The bar does respawn every 2 to 3 days, so you can just keep going back, steal it, and keep doing this again and again, and just get dumb rich, if you know what I'm saying. Ring the bells. You will see bells on your map as you walk around in this world. Go up to those towers. Those bell are basically bell towers. Climb up and ring the bell. What that does is kind of like that Assassin's Creed Eagle Point situation. It sort of unlocks a lot of interesting activities, point of interest on the map. It doesn't unlock everything. There's still hidden things that you'll have to look for, but it will show you the more prevalent stuff on the map right away. So whenever you see a bell, it only takes a couple of seconds. Do it. It'll unlock so much of the map for you. There are these spots that will be marked on the map as mysterious energy. You should definitely check them out, as most of those spots are fast travel points. As you can see, this map is huge, so fast travel points come in really handy. Also, there are some puzzles associated with some of these as well, and they can generate abyss artifacts, so these can come in really handy. Your horse, the more you ride it, the more it upgrades. It's kind of like that perk that you could unlock in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. The more you ride your horse, the better it'll become. And you can also go to stables and purchase equipment for the horse that also increases the stats of the horse. Also, there are a couple of locations where you can find legendary horses. Now, you will have to tame them, and it's not easy, especially early on when your base stats are pretty low. So I would suggest increasing your stamina as much as you can, because you're going to need a lot of it when trying to tame these horses. There are 2 horses early on that you can find in these locations. One's a red horse, the other one's a white one. Both are legendary horses, and like I said, eventually you can upgrade horses by riding them. Also, you can just pet them, and that will also gain trust and increase their level. So you can stick to your base horse if you'd like, but these are a couple of legendary horses that you can actually just get for free if you are able to tame them. They're difficult to tame though, that's for sure. Speaking of mounts, there are some really cool mounts like the lion, for instance. The only issue is you cannot keep them permanently, at least not for now. I hope they change that. I really wish you can permanently keep a lion, a bloody lion. Now, this lion spawns at this circus festival area right here, so you can go in, remove your mask, and you can ride it. But the lion isn't the only cool mount. There's a lizard, there are cows that you can ride. Cows can be found really anywhere in the wilderness. There's also a raptor that you can climb onto and use. There's a bear as well. Now, the bear is actually really cool in the sense that the bear actually attacks when you are in combat. The other mounts do not attack. You can also get camels. There's so many cool mounts that you can get, but not all of them can be kept permanently. I, again, do really wish they can add that feature in the future updates. As you explore more of the map, you'll see these scroll items appearing on the map. Definitely collect them, as they are recipes. Teaches you how to make food, cooked meals, which comes in really handy, especially in boss fights, because you can recover a lot of your lost health. So they're very handy. Also, they do take up spot in your inventory, so you can just sell them right away after you've learned them. You don't need them after that. Pets is another part of this game that is quite cute, but also quite handy, because pets will help you loot dead bodies when they are summoned with you. You can have a total of 30 pets in your roster. You can only have 1 pet summoned at a time. What I mean by that is basically you'll see that there are stray animals all over the map. Just walk up to one, pick them up, and pet them. Each time you pet them, you gain +5 trust. You can also feed them raw meat, and that will gain +10 trust. And you need a total of 100 trust for them to become your pet, and you having gained the ability to summon them and have them loot the bodies of dead corpses. After you complete chapter 3, you will have a camp. In that camp, you will have all your pet will be there. So it's pretty cool. It's very handy. It's also kind of cute. So definitely check that out as well. Once you learn that there are actually multiple characters in your party, you can actually summon any one of them at any point, really. Yes, there are certain points that block you from summoning certain members, but that is part part of the story. Besides that, you can summon any one of them, play as them, and even summon Cliff when you're playing as someone else from your party. It's pretty cool. Dye merchants. No, I'm not calling for the death of all merchants. I'm simply saying DYE merchants. These are merchants who sell dye. Each merchant so far I've found specializes in a specific color, and you can buy that color from them. Like this one right here, which has the dye red. Once you get the red dye, basically you can apply it to really anything that you own. Any part of clothing, fabric, armor, even your horse armor. And you can really make some cool looking designs. There are different dye merchants, so you should definitely look for them, because this makes the game a lot more fun and a lot more customizable. Alright, some more free loot so you can get right here on the map. If you go here, there's a lot of stuff in there. So just pop in there and grab all the things that you can and some early nice loot in the game. Alright, that's a lot of information. I think the video is getting pretty long. I hope this was useful. If it was, do drop a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and do let me know some other parts of the games that you would like me to explore and other games that you would like me to explore as well. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, keep gaming, gamers.